Get a Job in Tech, episode 237. So I've been looking on jobs and all that stuff, just curious what's out there. So I've noticed more and more people are looking for someone with like cybersecurity skill set, right? That's the new thing. That's the new thing in IT or tech, right? Basically. Now, if you're a person who has the ability to go to college, let's say, and so I've talked about a couple of schools, right? Talked about, I don't know if I talked about CED Solutions, they're in Atlanta. I've also talked about Koenig Solutions, they're in India. And they have 12 places. They have in Delhi, they have it in Agra. No, Delhi. They have Delhi, they have in Bombay, they have one in Goa, they have one in Shimla. And they're very comparable. They're very low cost. And they have certification training in, this is for IT, of course, like cybersecurity stuff, right? They have it also in Thailand as well. And then they have it in the Philippines as well. And I don't think Vietnam, but I know about India and Thailand and the Philippines. I know they have training there for the cybersecurity stuff. And so I'll just tell you the like if you want to go traditional route, let's say, and not for everybody. Some people can't go to class and learn it. They need that structure of college, let's say. Now, you can go a couple different ways. You can go to a college, and if you want to, get a job, let's say, you're going to pay $80,000, let's say $100,000, right? And well, there's a different way. If you still want to go to college, let's say, there's a college called WGU. It's called Western Governors University, and they're recognized by the Northwest Commission on College Universities. And they were they're a university. They're a online university, essentially. They're accredited, like I said. So there is a bachelor's degree I'm talking about. So it's called Cybersecurity Bachelor's Degree. And what basically WGU's online Bachelor of Science, Cybersecurity, and Information Assurance degree program was designed with the input from cybersecurity experts and leading IT employers to meet the most recent Department of Homeland Security and National Security Agency guidelines. This program has also helped WGU receive the designation of a National Center of Academic Excellence in Cyber Defense. And that's through 2026, looks like. So this degree you're going to get. Here's the certifications you're going to get with it, essentially. Now, okay, so here we go. So with this particular one, with the cybersecurity bachelor's degree, let's say, here is the certifications you're going to get, right? So you have the ITIL. That one is for change management. You could call it working in a data center, working for an IT company. How do you process changes? How do you notify other individuals? I'm doing this action. I'm turning off this server, turning on the server, repairing the server, whatever. It's more complicated than that, obviously, but this is a framework to be able to track changes in your environment for everyone. This also helps you to track inventory, asset inventory, track what changes have been made to every device you have on your network, everything, routers, switches, servers, power plugs, all that. Now, ServiceNow or Remedy, that's usually what they put the servers inside, like the names of the servers, and they'll tie that to like a process, so almost like not a WhatsApp Gold, but like a SolarWinds, where if the server goes offline, you're notified. A ticket's generated through, like, say, Remedy or ServiceNow. And ServiceNow is the leader in this, right? And anyway, ITIL is a way to, you can just imagine, if you didn't have ITIL, if you didn't have a management system like this, a framework, you'd have like 40 servers, 50 servers, 20 servers, whatever. They'd go offline. You have no idea. You'd have to log in and manually all of them. No one wants to do that. No one wants to do that. So what they do is they use SNMP to poll the server, essentially, like Logic, not Logic Monitor, but SolarWinds will poll the server and it'll say up, down, and it'll generate a ticket, or it'll generate through like ServiceNow, and you'll get the ticket. And it's constantly active, always polling. But if you had to do it manually, forget about it. You'd have so many hours. So back to certification. So the ITIL is one of the certifications in the 15, obviously. A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, Project Plus, CYSA Plus, Network Vulnerability Asset Professional, Network Security Professional, Security Analytics Professional, Pen Test Plus, IT Operations Specialist, Secure Infrastructure Specialist, Linux Essentials, Certified Cloud Security Professional, and a System Security Certified Practitioner. Those are the certifications you get. Now, maybe those certifications are, let's say, all of them. A+ is like 200. So you're probably looking at like $3,000, let's say, there, just in certifications alone. And the total cost of, like, if you go 4 years, let's say, and how it works is WGU has it is a $4,500, something like that, for 6 months. It's about $4,500 every 6 months. And they have, I believe, I don't know the details about it, but I'm sure they have some sort of the loan system where you go on FAFSA and you're able to do like a repayment, maybe something like that, tuition assistance, something like that. I'm sure they have something like that going on. But anyway, if you're there 4 years, then it's going to cost you $36,500. And how WG works is, from what I know, I got a friend of mine who does it. Every 6 months, you get as many credentials or as many courses you can fill in. So if you test out a couple courses, then you get those. It's not like a normal college where it's like 16 hours or 12 hours every 6 months, every semester, let's say. It is as many as you can take. If you complete them, you take them. Boom, you get it done. And so I know on YouTube I've seen some people actually complete like a bachelor's degree in a matter of months, just because they take like these tests or whatever, and they test out of the training. And so their degree is costing them like $5,000 or whatever, and then they have the degree. Really, it's a legitimate degree, and then they use that to get a job. Because unfortunately, there are companies out there who need that piece of paper. Oh yeah, you have a piece of paper. Check mark, check. And this is another way for them to weed. Like, if there's a lot of people in IT, there's not. But if there was, this would be a way for them to weed out the people who they don't want to hire, essentially. No, you don't have a degree. Get out of here. And this is just that checkbox, or check. Yeah. This is just a checkbox that they're want to. Okay. Oh, I see you have a degree. Check the box. Done. That's all it is. But if you're entertaining the idea, obviously, I don't really. To get a job in tech, you don't need a degree. Let's be honest with you. To be honest with you. But if you wanted to have one, then obviously WGU is a good, not WGU, Western Governors University. Sorry, that's a different That's George Washington. Was it WGU? No, yeah, WGU. Sorry, Western Governors University. That's the college. So WGU.edu is their website. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next one.